Now on CoastTV News.
Milton marijuana moves, the latest town trying to determine how they're going to handle marijuana businesses, bans, and restrictions.
Dredging in Millsboro, digging the dirt and muck out of the Indian River, what it means for boaters in the area.
The ferry turns 60, the Cape May Lewis Ferry celebrating a big milestone, a look back at the long history and what's to come for this landmark.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
Recreational marijuana takes over the discussion in another Sussex County community. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight with the next one of our local communities debating pot shop regulations.
Happening right now, the Milton Town Council is meeting. Coast TV News anchor Mallory Metzler joins us live there in Milton. And Mallory, tonight's meeting could result in the next step towards possibly banning the sale of this.
Council members are meeting in the library right now here behind me. An executive session is scheduled until 6:30 p.m. and then the regular meeting will pick back up. According to the agenda, Town Council could vote to schedule a public hearing to change a zoning ordinance. Right now, an ordinance is drafted that aims to prohibit the following businesses in town limits: cultivation, manufacturing, and testing facilities, as well as marijuana retail stores and marijuana smoking lounges. One local we spoke with thinks these types of businesses would disrupt the quiet community.
I think it's a bad idea. All it's going to do is attract the people who want to get high for whatever reason. And I don't think it's a good idea for this neighborhood. It's a quiet neighborhood.
We'll have the outcome of the meeting tonight at 11. I'm Mallory Metzler, live in Milton, Coast TV News.
Mallory, thank you. And it's not just Milton looking into what the marijuana business could look like within town limits. Georgetown has been working on a draft ordinance that would allow recreational marijuana businesses, kind of against the grain of a lot of towns. On July 8th, Georgetown plans to have a second reading and adoption of that ordinance. This comes after changes with timing and more. And we have details on those changes on CoastTV.com.
New today, the Supreme Court has ruled that presidents are not absolutely immune from criminal prosecution, but they did rule that presidents are immune from criminal prosecution for official acts while in office. They can still be prosecuted for acts that are not part of their official duties. The 6-3 ruling means that former President Trump does have immunity for some of the alleged conduct in his indictments, including the section on how Trump allegedly tried to get the Justice Department to falsely proclaim fraud. Politicians have been quick to react. Congresswoman Lisa Blunt Rochester said, quote, "Today's decision makes the stakes of this election more urgent and important than ever," end quote. All of this mud in the Indian River is soon going to be on its way out. The Delaware Department of Natural Resources says they plan to start the dredging this week at the Indian River. And just to really drive home how overdue this project is, there was a boat stuck just this morning. Once the dredging project is all said and done, DenRec says the Indian River will have a more navigable waterway, and as a bonus, it'll even help restore the wetlands. Local Jim Phillip is excited about the new project, even if it's delayed just a bit.
So today was the day they were shooting for to start dredging. Clearly we have low tide, so it ain't gonna happen.
People along the Indian River hope that all the time, money, and effort can really clear a pathway for future boats.
And it's not just Millsboro set to receive dredging. On Friday, the Fenwick Island Town Council approved the contractor that was chosen by the dredging committee. That's for the Little Assawamon Bay. Currently, the bay is so shallow that boats and jet skis get constantly stuck. The total cost for that project is $2.3 million. It's expected to begin in September and end in December.
Lewis is also looking into dredging the project right now. The city of Lewis is seeking interested bidders for the maintenance dredging of the slips at the Canal Front Park Marina and private marinas around the area you see here on the screen. Now, bids are going to be received until 4 p.m. on July 19th at City Hall. The city says a pre-bid meeting will be held on July 8th.
Let's go ahead and take a live look right now outside into Ocean City. Our first alert meteorologist Chris Mastrobuono joins us now with a look at our forecast. Good evening, Chris.
Good evening, Maddie. What a difference a day makes, right? We had that stifling air mass across Delmarva yesterday. Cold front moved through, wiped the humidity out. Live look from Ocean City. It is gorgeous, 76 degrees, very dry out there. A bit on the breezy side at times, but who's complaining about that, right? Temperatures falling into the 70s through the evening. A perfect evening to do just about anything outdoors, and will fall to around 69 by around 10. Temperatures right now 80 in Seaford, 78 in Lewis, 79 Bethany Beach. As I mentioned, a bit breezy, but it's a nice north refreshing wind across most of the Delmarva. There you see some cumulus clouds across most of the area, but we are dry. High pressure settling in, and we have a dry stretch of weather to talk about, but there are 90-degree temperatures in that 7-day. We'll talk about that coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Chris. Living on the coast has its perks, but living close to the water makes one thing inevitable: flooding. Dewey Beach is no stranger to flooding, especially on Reed Avenue. Later this month, the town will hear from an engineering group for an update on the installation and the performance of flaps that have been installed on the stormwater pipes on Reed Avenue Bayside. Now, these flaps help push water out to the bay. Officials are also going to be talking about concerns with continued flooding in Dewey Beach. All of this slated for July 18th.
New in South Bethany, the town's charter says 3 homeowners have submitted letters of interest to formally apply for the one open seat on town council. The town says 3 candidates will be interviewed by current council members July 12th. That's open to the public, and locals will have an opportunity to offer their comments. Council will vote on the appointment at their August meeting.
Looking ahead, DENREC wants the public to keep sharing their opinions on the proposed offshore wind project that has been the center of debate. On July 9th, DENREC will hold a virtual public hearing regarding the wind farm to be located off the coast of Maryland. The plan for the wind farm's power transmission cables are to land them at Delaware Seashore State Park, 3Rs Beach, and connect with a substation that would be built near the Indian River Power Plant. Along with this virtual hearing, written comments, those will be accepted to DENREC until September 9th.
In Berlin, the South Point boat ramp, that's now closed. Worcester County says the ramp is closed for resurfacing. The boat ramp should reopen just in time on the 4th of July. And we have a lot more news to get to this evening.
Coming up, a day of action-packed competition along the coast. All you need to know about this year's lifeguard competition, and it's hosted by Rehoboth Beach.
Currently seeing 79 in Laurel. A gorgeous evening is ahead. We talk, though, the return of heat and humidity in your first alert forecast.
But first, we take a trip down memory lane to celebrate the 60th anniversary of the Cape May Lewis Ferry. We have that story in just 60 seconds.
Don't miss Johnny Janosik's Independence Day sale. Add a little sparkle to your home with Delaware's guaranteed lowest prices, plus an extra $100 off and 0% APR till 2027. Going on now at Johnny Janosik.
Transform your bath today with Baths by Spicer Brothers.
Call now and ask about our Refresh for Less promotion and get a new bath or shower for only $69.95. Plus, get 20% off all upgrades.
Imagine stepping into a beautifully renovated bath designed by our experts and installed by our certified professionals.
This offer is hotter than a sauna and won't last forever. So don't miss out on our Refresh for Less promotion for just $69.95 with 20% off all upgrades.
Before you sign, keep Baths by Spicer Brothers in mind, because you deserve the best.
Let's make your outdoor living space more fun at Johnny Janosik's July 4th Outdoor Furniture Sale. Get $100 off your purchase of $9.99 or more, plus 0% APR till 2027. Going on now at Johnny Janosik.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
60 years ago today, the very first car rolled onto a ship docked in Lewis. It marked the official opening of the Cape May Lewis Ferry.
Coast TV's Matt Pensick shows us the excitement that the community had in 1964 and all the fun that can still be found on a trip across the Delaware Bay.
From where I stand on the banks of the Delaware Bay in Lewis, Cape May, New Jersey, it is 17 miles away. For comparison, the distance between Lewis and Milford is 4 miles longer. All it takes to get across the water to New Jersey is a ride on the Cape May Lewis Ferry.
Yet up until the 1960s, the two beach communities might as well have been in different time zones. July 1st, 1964, a significant day in the history of our coast. Andrea Lippi drove his black Ford Mustang onto the ship in Lewis, making him the first customer of the Cape May Lewis Ferry.
The whole week leading up to the start of the ferry was a celebration. They had flyovers with military jets. They had military bands playing.
For people living in Lewis, the new ferry brought with it a new sound.
Well, you could be playing on the beach, or you could be, I lived on Burton's Avenue, you could just hear it, and, you know, there's the fire whistle and all kinds of other whistles. The ferry whistle was loud and distinct.
I am holding here a copy of the original rate card from 1964. The cost for a car, motorcycle, or station wagon's one-way trip, $3.25. I think it's a little bit more today.
In fact, the cost for a one-way trip today, $38. The ferry also ran nearly nonstop. The first departure each day was 3:20 a.m. compared to 8:45 now. The last one in 1964 at 11:30 p.m. In 2024, it's 7:45 at night.
We try to match the patterns in demand that we're seeing, but we're really sort of an 11-hour range a day now, and that seems to fit the bill for most of what people want.
With today's schedule, there's always something to see on the trip between the two states.
You know, go sit out on the deck and see what's going on out there. We just seen a pod of dolphins out there too, so.
We've heard about Cape May. We thought it'd be fun to go visit for the day.
It's awesome. It's a little rocky, but you know, it's not too bad.
This is like the biggest ship I've ever been on, so it's pretty cool. I like it so far.
For 40 years and over 50 million passengers, it's been quite a ride, and it's a ride that does not appear to be stopping anytime soon. For Coast TV News, I'm Matt Pensick.
And for more on the history of the ferry, including how the construction of a Bay Bridge tunnel connecting Milford and New Jersey that had momentum in the 70s, check out this article. It's in depth on our website, coasttv.com.
Next for the ferry is a move to cleaner energy. The Delaware River Bay Authority is developing plans for a hybrid ferry that'll have battery power to go along with diesel engines.
According to the authority, 60% of the new ship's design should be completed by the end of the month, with bigger battery plans for the future.
Eventually, as we get additional charging capacity and additional charging infrastructure, we're hoping that we'll be 100% green.
The hybrid plans are on schedule to be finished at the end of the year, with the new ship joining the fleet sometime in 2027.
All of this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what is your favorite activity to do when you're there on the ferry?
Let's take a look at the updated results from last news hour. Take a look at your screen. Enjoy the views, up to 52%. Though look for wildlife is still a close second at 34%.
And I maintain eating, that's always where I go first. But I like the other things as well. If you haven't voted yet, you still can at coasttv.com or use the Coast TV mobile app. We're going to show you updated results on Coast TV News at 11.
Well, it was a bit breezy on the courses today, but tomorrow will certainly be a hole-in-one of a forecast. Temperatures in the low 80s, low humidity continues. Your full First Alert forecast coming up.
Coast TV First Alert Weather. Your safety, our commitment.
Oh, porches. Hello, aren't you the guy I see on TV, the porch protection guy?
Yeah, I would say.
So they're made of marine grade materials that last for years?
Yeah, I would.
And they say I could use my porch all year round?
I think so.
And they keep the dirt, pollen, and rain and wind out? And the custom made right here locally?
They are.
I got to run, but it was really nice talking to you.
Well, it was nice talking to you too.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote.
Did you know eating green food is what turns them green?
Whoa, well, here you go.
My wife knows how much our daughter loves sea turtles. So she's been saving where she can throughout the year.
Did you know they can dive over 4,000 feet?
And because she saves so much, we could swing something really special.
You're always there for them, and we're always here for you. Food Lion, here for every moment.
Feeling the summer sizzle? Is it turning your home into a sauna? At FH Fur, we know you can't wait when your AC is down for the count. That's why we're offering same-day service, guaranteed. If we don't make it to you the very same day, you will pay a diagnostic or dispatch fee, plain and simple. So whether your AC is blowing hot air, your thermostat is on the fritz, or your entire system needs replacing, an FH Fur expert technician will bring your comfort back today.
877-GOLFER, FHFur.com.
Beyond Zero is Toyota's vision to reach beyond carbon neutrality with our products, services, and operations. Today, we empower you to choose how to reduce your own carbon footprint. With an electrified, diversified lineup of hybrids, plug-in hybrids, and battery EVs. Let's drive toward a carbon-neutral future together. Toyota, let's go places.
Faster internet is better. That's why Extreme is increasing speeds and lowering prices, giving you more go, more whoa, more vroom, and boom for less. Get Internet 250 with whole home Wi-Fi 360 Pro for just $19.99 a month for a year. Plus, call now and get a $100 credit on your internet package. New faster speeds, new lower prices. Call 844-EXTREME2.
The beauty is hard to miss at Ocean City's premier golf course, Eagles Landing. Overlook the Sinnapunxent Bay's salt marshes and enjoy the unspoiled beauty of Assateague Island National Seashore. Eagles Landing offers 5 sets of tees, making the course playable for beginners and challenging for most skilled golfers. And the Caddy Shack Cafe and Pro Shop ensure golfers have everything they need. Find our best rates at eagleslandinggolf.com. Eagles Landing, upholding the tradition of the game.
Today's Weather Emoji Cast is brought to you by OC Tourism. Somewhere to smile about.
Well, anytime you have days with low humidity throughout the summer, certainly take advantage of it, and we're seeing that across the Delmarva now. 79 currently in Rehoboth Beach, 80 Seaford. The cool spot checking in at 74 there in Ocean City. And you see the winds out of the northeast. We've had some northwest winds. So general rule of thumb, northerly wind is a comfortable wind, and we've seen some breezy conditions throughout the afternoon. Dew points, though, in the 50s. We were in the 70s. Upper 70s yesterday, so certainly a comfortable air mass. Folks taking in the beach here of Rehoboth, 79 degrees, and it was been a bit breezy, but we will see temperatures fall into the 70s over the next few hours. 69 by around 10 o'clock under clear skies. There's the front last night passing through. Dry conditions throughout much of the northeast and upper plains, and we will continue to see the dry weather over the course of the next 3 to 4 days before we see those thunderstorm chances come back into the region. Well, tomorrow we will see clearing skies again, clear skies, temperatures in the low to 80s across much of the area, waking up to sunshine, and we're going to continue to see dry weather throughout your Tuesday, and then we'll see those temperatures raise a bit into the mid-80s by the time Wednesday rolls around. Low 80s throughout much of Delaware tomorrow, 83 in Seaford, checking in at 85 in Vienna. As we take you to Salisbury, 83 degrees. And if you're heading to the shore over the next 3 days, it is certainly going to be nice. Temperatures in the 70s. We'll see 78 in Fenwick Island as we head up the coast towards Rehoboth and Lewis, checking in at 81 tomorrow, 77 in Rehoboth. Starry skies tonight, 61 degrees, a north-northeast wind at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. We'll bump the temperatures up into the low to mid-80s over the course of the next few days, 83. Mostly sunny skies through your Wednesday, and we'll continue to see the dry conditions at least through midweek, and then unfortunately we had that southwesterly flow return by the end of the week just in time for the 4th of July. Burrow making headlines, slamming into the Windward Islands, continuing to push west as a Category 4 hurricane in the Caribbean Sea, and this will certainly be a newsmaker, continuing newsmaker over the course of the next few days. 90 for your 4th of July. As I mentioned, we'll see more of a southwesterly flow by the end of the week. 90 for your Friday, and then we'll introduce thunderstorm chances back to Delmarva by Friday and Saturday, and temperatures holding around that 90-degree mark into early next week.
Thank you, Chris. Heading to the coast, get ready for an action-packed day at the beach. The Rehoboth Beach Patrol hosting the Mid-Atlantic Regional Lifeguard Championships on July 10th at Towers Beach in Delaware Seashore State Park. Lifeguards from New York to Virginia will compete in intense sand and surf events, It's all to qualify for the United States Life Saving Association's national competition.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Yeah, hey Nationals fans, here on Delmarva, that Juan Soto trade is looking better by the day. James Wood makes his major league debut tonight for Washington. The former Wilmington Blue Rock is the Nats' top prospect and the third best in baseball. He joins star shortstop C.J. Abrams and pitcher Mackenzie Gore as the third prospect from that 2022 trade to get called up. First pitch tonight in D.C. is 6:45, and we'll have live coverage tomorrow from Nationals Park. In the NBA, a busy beginning of July for the Philadelphia 76ers. The first big splash came early this morning when Philly inked former Clipper Paul George to a 4-year deal. It's a whopping $212 million contract and includes a player option for the 27-28 season. George averaged 23 points per game over his 5 years in LA. And his new point guard is set to stick around a while in the city of brotherly love too. Tyrese Maxey signed a 5-year, $204 million extension with the Sixers. It comes on the heels of a breakout season for the 23-year-old All-Star, including averaging nearly 30 points per game in Philly's playoff series loss to the Knicks. And for sports, we'll see you later on tonight.
Soaring Over the Shore is sponsored by Morse Roofing and Siding.
A transportation hub to the inland bays, Massey's Landing is a great place for boaters, campers, or anybody who loves the water. Massey's Ditch runs between the Rehoboth Bay and Indian River Bay, and with views like these, it's a perfect spot to enjoy Mother Nature's beauty. But it's also an important navigation channel for both commercial and recreational boaters. The ditch is one of southern Delaware's busiest waterways, and that traffic has only ramped up thanks to a recent dredging project, ensuring this passage stays well-traveled and well-loved for years to come.
Hey, hon.
Are you coming to the job site?
No, I'm a little tied up right now.
I thought you had the next one.
I got the next one.
Morris Home Improvement is your local family and veteran-owned exterior renovation contractor, and we strive to provide the highest quality work with exceptional customer service every time. After this, you got the next one.
Okay, I'm on board with that. Gotta go. Fish on. Serving Sussex County, there's good.
There's better.
And then there's Morris.
Download the free CoastTV First Alert weather app today.
The big issues: abortion, civil rights, healthcare. When Trump policies were attacking our rights, County Executive Matt Meyer fought back. Now Trump is promising a national abortion ban and huge cuts to healthcare coverage. Matt's healthcare plan will reduce costs, not coverage, by increasing competition on the exchange. And Matt's plan will protect women's access to abortion, always. So call Matt Meyer. Tell him you support his plans to protect Delaware values.
So a few of my friends and I, we decided we're gonna go on this journey for getting braces. I did have an overbite at the time, so I just came in for a consultation, and I absolutely enjoyed my first meeting. She showed me the teeth and how my teeth would look with the metal braces. They explained to me that would be the better option, and they said, trust the process. And that's what I loved about Dr. Shulman. They made me feel confident, to get me this beautiful smile.
At Precision Exteriors, caring is our cause, and community is a big part of everything we do.
Habitat's partnership with Precision Exteriors has been incredible. They come out, they get everything done quickly, efficiently, and they leave no nail left behind when they're cleaning up and they're done.
Choose Precision Exteriors for your next home improvement project. Roofing, siding, gutters, and windows. We use quality materials with excellent craftsmanship. And we work with insurance companies advocating for you. Remember, measure twice, cut once, and always do it with precision. Precision Exteriors.
Alton Brothers' annual July 4th Red, White, and Blue sale is back and is bigger than ever. Every sofa, recliner, dining table, bedroom set, and mattress is tagged red, white, or blue, with savings of 15, 50, and up to 75% off store-wide, but only for 1 week. Stop in today and save up to 75% off during the Red, White, and Blue savings event, now through July 8th, at Alton Brothers Home Furnishings in Salisbury, furnishing Delmarva for over 75 years. Have you been to Alton Brothers Home Furnishings lately?
Brian, what's the difference between treated wood and composite decking?
Treated wood decking costs less, but requires a lot of maintenance over the years. Composite decking looks like wood, but won't fade, curl, or rot. It's insect resistant, maintenance-free, and comes with a lifetime warranty. But if you call Paul Davis now, you can get composite decking for the same price as treated lumber, and no payments, no interest for 12 months.
Paul Davis can bring the showroom to you as soon as tomorrow.
And we'll give you a down-to-the-penny price that day.
Call Paul Davis, the restoration and remodeling experts.
Weather is sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration, your storm damage experts, here to help now.
Here's a great story now that summer is officially underway. The town of Selbyville says its park is now once again open to the public to enjoy. Officials say new improvements to that park include new paving, concrete work, and fencing. While the town prepares for landscaping improvements, they say just be aware of any work that's still happening while you're enjoying that beautiful enhanced new park.
Well, there's a live look from Ocean City Dry Tech Camp, 74 degrees, a beautiful night, and it's going to be a beautiful night on Delmarva as well. Clear skies, falling into the 60s, and remember, you can always get that forecast, 443-880-9100. You're Paul Davis, 7-day. We see the heat humidity return, though, just in time for the 4th of July.
That looks like a hot 4th of July, but hey, at least no rain there to mess up our fireworks.
No rain, which is all you can really ask for. You see there, it's going to be warm all weekend long.
All right, we appreciate that, Chris. Thank you. And thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.